Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be walking you guys through step by step with me as I make peppermint bark this morning. So this is my first time making peppermint bark, and it's funny because I didn't think about making this until after Christmas, but I think this is something I would enjoy all year long. So I'm going to do a little bit of a twist. I'll show you guys what that is, but let's go ahead and get right into it. I have my double broiler going here. As you can see, it's actually makeshift because I don't have a double broiler, so I just had some twine and took a couple pots, put them together, and it's working perfectly. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and add in about 12 ounces of chocolate chips. I got these ones from Whole Foods. These ones are sweetened with coconut sugar, which I really like. So just gonna add that right in. I'm gonna go ahead and also, once it comes to a boil, your water, you wanna turn it down to simmer. So I'm gonna put mine on 3. So dump all this chocolate in here. You wanna work quickly during this part. And this is definitely going to be a cost-effective way to enjoy peppermint bark. I mean, as you guys may know, it's definitely going to be pretty expensive in store. I'm just adding about a half a teaspoon of avocado oil in there. You can also add coconut oil if you wish. You can do that as well. So I'm just mixing around my chocolate, making sure that it's melting evenly. As you can see, it's already melting. So yeah, definitely going to be cost effective. I got that chocolate at Whole Foods, and I believe it was during a sale. So you really just need a few ingredients for this, which is pretty awesome. So once this melts, I'm going to go ahead and add in some peppermint extract. So this is definitely going to be a quick recipe. As you can see here, our chocolate's almost melted. I went ahead and got our baking sheet all prepared, so I just laid some parchment paper across a baking sheet. You can use a 9x13, that'd probably be better for this recipe. I just have a bigger baking sheet right now, so that's what I'm going to use. So what I'm going to be doing differently for mine, the recipe that I got was for a matcha bark recipe. So I'm gonna go ahead, and when we get to the white chocolate, I'm gonna add in some matcha powder in mine, and I think that'll be really nice because, for one, I just love the flavor of matcha, but also matcha itself, it's gonna be packed full of antioxidants. You know, obviously it'll be nice to have a little balance with such a sweet and delicious treat. So I'm gonna add some matcha powder. It'll also add a nice pretty green hue to the white chocolate as well. And had I thought about this for Christmas, that would have been the perfect thing to enjoy or even to gift, but perhaps can do that this year. I just had to remind myself, like, winter isn't over after Christmas. I guess it kind of can feel that way sometimes, especially when you live in a hot, sunny place like Florida. But it is indeed still winter time around the world, so I thought this would be a really nice recipe to share and just kind of a tutorial for you guys. You guys could make this on your own, and it's really simple. Alright, so it looks like our chocolate is melted. Very good. So I'm gonna untie the twine. Obviously this will be a lot easier if you have a literal double broiler, but I had to use what I have. Okay, so now that our chocolate is melted, I'm gonna go ahead and add in 1/4 of a teaspoon of peppermint extract. And you want to make sure you're accurate. I wouldn't freehand like I would with vanilla extract. I wouldn't freehand the peppermint extract just because this can definitely, if you add too much, it can be very overpowering. So we're gonna just do about 1/4 of this one. All right, and that should be perfect. A little less just to be safe. We can always add more, but we can't take it out. Okay, so I'm gonna add that in. Ooh, I feel it on my fingers. All right, and we are going to give this a stir. Incorporate that extract. This is beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring this over to the baking sheet. And actually, before I dump it, let me get a spatula to kind of spread it out. All right, so we're gonna dump it in the middle like so. And then just want to go ahead and spread it out gently. Circle, oval, square, rectangle, doesn't really matter. Just kind of want to evenly spread it in each corner. Evenly into an even layer. And definitely take your time with this part because, you know, we want to make sure they look not only pretty, but that they're even throughout when we pour our white chocolate on top as well. All right, now we are going to throw this into the fridge for 20 minutes, and after 20 minutes, we will go ahead and get started on our white chocolate. All right, so it's been about 20 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and get my white chocolate going now. So I'm using the mini white chocolates from Whole Foods, but you can also do bars as well if you wanna cut up 12-ounce worth of chocolate, white chocolate bars, then you can do that as well. Just gonna dump that in here. And I'm also gonna put about another 1/2 teaspoon of avocado oil in. All right, again, so once your water comes to a boil, just go ahead and turn it down to simmer. And once this is melted, we will take it off the heat. We'll add in a bit of another 1/4 of a teaspoon of peppermint extract and our matcha powder. So this is optional. I want to do the matcha powder, but if you're not a fan of matcha, or if you just want to just enjoy the white chocolate with the peppermint, then feel free to leave it out. Right, we are just about there. All right, so our white chocolate is melted. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this off of the heat. All right, so I'm gonna add a tablespoon of matcha powder. And about another 1/4 teaspoon of our peppermint extract. We'll just give that a good mix. Ooh, that's a beautiful green. I love matcha. Matcha lattes. I'm experimenting more with baking with matcha. Recently I made a matcha granola with sourdough starter, and that was absolutely delicious. So definitely a fan. All right, perfect. So this is nice and incorporated. Get that nice deep matcha green color. So at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take our chocolate out of the fridge, and then we will go ahead and layer this up and see how pretty it looks. And I wanna work quickly with this, so I'm gonna actually transfer to a spoon. Wow, that looks delicious already. Yeah, so this way we can get it on a lot quicker with our spoon. Because this is going to set pretty quickly, so we want to work with that in mind. So same thing here, we're just spreading it along evenly as possible. It's like artwork. I love it. I definitely feel like an artist in the kitchen, so I'll take that. I'm just gonna kind of smooth it out a bit before we put on our candies. Ooh, I can't wait to taste this. This is gonna be a perfect little treat. All right, let's get our candies on. How pretty. Wow, the amount the amount of joy that I feel making this right now. This is definitely not something I would make often. All right, you guys, so there you have it. This was fairly quick and it looks absolutely delicious. But we're not done yet. We got to throw this back into the fridge for another 20 minutes. And after that, once it's set, we can break it up into our beautiful pieces of bark and enjoy. Oh my goodness. I feel like I should cut this.